Hey, fourth graders. This week you are reading a science fiction story called The Fun They Had. It's set in the future and it is going to be, I think, a lot of fun for you to read. I think it starts with the year is May 17th, 2157. And you're going to be talking about author's purpose this week. And I want to remind you of reasons why an author writes. An author's purpose, authors write to explain or inform, they will write to persuade, or they will write to entertain. And remember that they can maybe write for more than one reason. They might be wanting to entertain you, but also persuading you. They might be writing to explain and inform about something, but also they might be writing to persuade you. Or they could be writing to explain and inform, and they could be doing it in a way that is very entertaining. So that's what you're going to be doing this week. Really, you're going to be reading this story, a science fiction story, and you are going to be identifying the author's purpose. Okay, so why don't we get started, and I will read to you your read aloud for this week. It's called The Future of Flight. Our world is shrinking fast, but don't panic. Our world is not really shrinking, but because of air travel, it's made it easy to move from place to place, and it sometimes feels that way. In past centuries, people traveled using horses, steam engines, and ships. It was very difficult and expensive to travel, and very few people did it. Today, a trip that used to take months takes only a matter of hours. The progress we have made in the field of flight gives many more people access to other cultures and opportunities. While few people would dispute the idea that air travel is fast and safe, environmentalists are concerned that all this air travel could hurt our planet. Like all forms of mechanical transportation, airplanes produce carbon dioxide. They also leave clouds in the sky called vapor trails. The carbon dioxide in vapor trails can make the earth warmer. Scientists call carbon dioxide a greenhouse gas because it makes the earth warmer, like a greenhouse in a garden. Scientists have calculated that airplanes are a superior form of transportation for long trips. There is less waste of time when passengers reach their destinations more quickly. Also, airplanes produce fewer greenhouse gases than cars, trains, or buses, and newer, more efficient planes are coming soon. An airplane inspector might not see a big difference in the outside of a newly designed plane compared to an older plane, but the new airplanes are made of a strong material that is completely different from materials in older airplanes. Designers use this new material anywhere they can. It is stronger than metal, yet much lighter. In fact, the average plane made with this material will be almost 40% lighter than planes used to be. This means the new planes will burn much less fuel. Designers call the new material a composite. The future of aviation is full of promise because of new technology. You will be able to see more planes all around the world, and it will cost less to do it. Someday, airplanes will even fly into space. This will make it possible to travel to the other side of the earth in about an hour. One day you might insert a key into the ignition of your own private plane. You'll leave New York in the morning, have lunch in Sydney, Australia, and be back in New York for dinner. Wow. Well, boys and girls, you know what I'm kind of thinking of? The new cars that they have out now that are electric. And I just think that it's amazing that technology is changing so quickly. I think that this story that you're going to be reading this week, The Fun They Had, should be a really good story for you to read, and it'll be fun for you. So, once again, you'll be talking about author's purpose. I'm also going through your paper here, your packet I gave you. You're also going to be looking for the author's message to readers with details. You're going to find what the message is and then find the details that support that message in the text. You are going to make a list of futuristic details that tell you the story is science fiction. So that's going to be fun, and you're going to be filling this page out for that. You will be I have some questions for you, some text questions, and I've I think that this will be a great way for you to prepare for the test. So I gave you a page of that. And I also gave you a page that says, how do inventions change the way we do things? All right. And then we're going to go through here, and you're going to be looking at your selection vocabulary, which is the first word is progress. And I'm going to go through, and I'm going to find your selection vocabulary in my book. All right. So the first word, selection vocabulary word is progress. Today's many ways of learning may show society's progress or improvement. This is on page 740 in your book if you want to follow along. The second word is calculated. Using machines, many people have calculated answers to math problems. The third word is dispute. People dispute the value of TV. Some argue that shows can be educational. And the fourth word is centuries. For centuries or hundreds of years, we've learned a lot from books. The fifth word is superior. Some people find the internet superior to or better than other ways of learning. Boy, you guys are getting a lot of that this time of the year, aren't you? Number 6, insert. If you insert a book on disc into a portable CD player, you can learn on the go. Number 7 is waste. It's such a waste to throw away old computers. They could be recycled. Number 8 is inspector. The inspector checks the disc to make sure there's nothing wrong with it. Number 9 is mechanical. Typewriters are mechanical devices for writing that are hardly used anymore. I learned how to use a typewriter when I was learning to type. Number 10, average. The average or typical reader might prefer printed books to electronic books. And with that being said, you have a vocabulary page where you need to put the definition to your vocabulary word and also use it in a sentence. And then I've given you a page where you're going to use the vocabulary to complete the sentence, kind of like a close activity. And then there are some more text questions from the story. And that's about it. And then you have your, selection vocabulary test. Okay, everybody, take care. Good luck.